Hello, everybody. I'm back again. A topic I forgot was parental controls for routers and such that should be utilized more because I guess a bill passed for age verification that is trying to pass going to the next stage of like courts and such, and then it goes up to Trump if that passes and if he vetoes or he accepts it. And in the internet we know it is going to be changed a lot coming up, and very soon you might have to ID yourself, or we have to stick to legacy or VPNs move forward if you want to keep your data private, and not a lot of people know how to do that. um, but as a tech person, like I'm in tech. This is an awful idea for putting your ID out online just use like a website, use play a game like League of Legends right here, so on. Speaking of which, this game was a very fun one to that we did for like an hour ago. So hopefully the gameplay is really fun. I was the Nami. I haven't even died at like maybe like 15 minutes in this game or something like that for a while. I think I had like a lot of gold, able to like 5.5 items, so you enjoy that. But meanwhile, I mean, cyber cybersecurity. Every security thing is not perfect. It there's always gonna be a flaw in cybersecurity we that we miss, like in the code and such. And there's always attackers going on every day. These 1,000, 10,000 hacks going on, and just try to use exploits just to find flaws in the codes. So the reason why this age verification and you have to put an ID out just to verify if you're 18 plus or if you're 18 below, or some 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 countries are 21 plus to use online. And if you are the age or not the age, then you might have access as strict. I know the point is that there's like a lot of predators out there on like I hate using this example, but Discord. There's like it's disgusting, absolutely disgusting that use abuse the Discord just for that shit, and I believe that they should be in jail for a long time just to. But yeah, that's what's going on is that the internet has evolved so much that we have Discord is. I remember I used Discord when I was like in like 10 years ago or something. It was like the most amazing thing ever. I met friends there that you know that were really awesome. Of course, now I kind of grew up and moved on. I mean, I have a couple of them I still talk to, but it was an awesome experience to do have. But now it's just I don't even do Discord anymore. Just I think I think what they did was like bad. Is just trying to enforce they're trying to get ahead of the curve with age verification, but I'm not supportive of that crap. And now we have to deal with the government. I mean, it's been going on for this year, like in UK, and the only way around it right now is VPNs, and it's just disgusting what these some of these people are saying is like, oh, if you use a VPN, you're a you're like a pedo or such, and I'm like, what? That's so that's disgusting, man. You're not when you if you use a VPN, most likely you're just trying to protect who you are. You're not putting an ID out there. You don't want to get fucked by hackers or like and you trust a party with your information. They just use that information to just to sell you advertise and then they make you they make money off of you. It's just it makes me so mad that they it's like why? I know why because parents aren't really doing their jobs keeping their kids safe, so they're making the government do the work and they're making it so that um the all the adults suffer on and now they're gonna keep track of everybody online. Live in a real complete We live in a completely different world. I remember when I was like in the 2000s going online on like PS2 and such, PS2 like on SOCOM or Tony Hawk's Underground. That was a very amazing experience. Just go online, you don't have to worry about anything, or like on EverQuest. Oh man, those are the days where online was amazing. But the thing about those back then, those days, and nowadays is that all the kids nowadays have iPads and computers more like technically those got cheaper and cheaper over time. Like they got cheaper and it's just so easy just if your kid's crying about something, just throw the iPad at them and then they shut up. And that's how we're here today is because um parenting is not really parenting. They're just throwing an iPad at their face and then they install like Discord and such. They're not really kids anymore. They're just a bunch of drones. I'm sorry to the Gen Alphas hearing this if they're hearing this, um, but they're just throwing an iPad at them and just take the lazy way out, and then people complain, oh, but why are they like this now? Try to do a good job parenting them, like, but now they're just freaking out because they don't have their iPad because you just need to take a break from the screen. Unfortunately, life is not fair, but you get what you don't get. But you know what? That's just how it goes. I didn't have these gadgets. I still don't have an iPad to this day. I'm thankful I don't have an iPad. I have a computer. I still play on my Wii. Awesome. And God, I just can't fathom. I seriously miss the 2000s so much where it's just PS2s, it was Xbox 360s were the thing, and there was no such thing as like Discord. There was no such thing as areas to go until like the iPad showed up, and then six, and then like about 8 years later or 10 years later, Discord shows, and then that's when predatory began way more than back then because having PS2 and such, that was like your only online source, and it made memories you'll never forget. I mean, there might be in some, but it was not like crazy amount. Those were the days, man. Those were the days. And now it's just, now we're here, giving, giving, giving our info about like in a year or two, we're gonna have to force ourselves to give government who we are, and we don't have an identity anymore online. Have to force ourselves to do it. I'm gonna just say this, we can still fight back on it. I'll tell you, I know I'm only zero. I know I'm a zero subscriber YouTuber. I'm just trying to spread the word that please, parents, please just use your router settings, your router set, and have parental controls enabled, and fight back on this. It's not safe to put your ID on online. It's not safe for your kids' IDs to put online. Not safe. It's all it is just a. They'll just get your information. They'll sell it. There's a bunch of YouTubers that say the same thing. Just try to email your representatives. Tell them that why it's a bad idea. There's sources out there why this is a horrible idea, but only thing we can do is just fight back, try to bounce it back. Because if this does go through, internet will be done. Will be done. Sorry if I'm taking long pauses, but I'm just thinking. Okay. So I remember a story from Review Tech USA a long time ago, about 2016, 2017, something like that. That I watched where there was a couple. They were dating, and then the the lady, what she did was totally is horrible. It's awful. Um, I think she just got mad at boyfriend. I don't know if they were boyfriend or husband or wife. I'm not 100% sure. It's been a while, but what she did was make a new Facebook account, and in that Facebook account, she made a fake boy, a fake boyfriend's account. I don't know if they broke up. They probably did break up. But to get back at him, she made a fake account that um like basically said that uh making fake comments like, oh, I hate her, I want to murder her, so on and so forth, like death threats. That's what she did on the fake account, and people believed her. People actually believed her, and so they arrest the guy, and he was in jail, or he was in jail. His grandparents had to take or put him out, like had to sell their house, get him out of jail. So they lost a house for bail, and and they went to court. Of course, they accused him for doing that, and he was about to get a long prison sentence. But no, there was like a side actually looking into the IP addresses and such, looking into the details about, okay, where is this coming? Where's all this information coming from? Is this actually real? So they were gathering information, and they found out that found out that their the IP address was coming from her house, not him. So she was spoofing him, trying to get him into trouble. So they found out, and she's the one who went to prison. Well, of course, actually the grandparents died, so they don't know the conclusion. They just know that they lost a house and they were probably heartbroken and they died. And so devastating. And she got prison for 1 year, only 1 year, 1 year, mind you. This was terrible comments. She did the absolutely disgusting or terrible thing to this man, and only gets prison for 1 year. She should at least got like 5 years of prison for impersonating and and self and doing self harm or harming self harm for other people. I think for 1 year. Oh, it's tragic and so painful. That's why I don't have a girlfriend. I'm gonna say that I don't have a girlfriend. I want to find love. I want to find I do want kids. I need a I that kind of stuff kind of scares shit on me. You have to trust that one other person. Oh, this kind of stuff I probably would never get a girlfriend from, but I don't know. And this is why. And then what? Review Tech at USA said that, you know what, I understand that the internet is a wild west, but the internet, and I know I understand that it's the wild west too. It's like, but yeah, right now it's changing, and this kind of stuff kind of accelerated the where we are now with age verification stuff, such, and very soon, age pretty soon we have to start providing IDs to know who we are, or know who people are actually, because of this because of this stuff. And man, oh man, if people weren't just morons in the internet, we are where we are right now. We should have had protections, better protections online out before, because these guys who are politics, they don't understand it. All they just know is like, oh, they found this thing on the internet and such, and that's the problem. Well, if only parents were more educated, or if they were a little bit more educated about what on online, and how we can do better, like use parental controls, use anything, like limit them online. That was the way. Now now we now the now as adults, we have to take this punishment, have to deal with the consequences that came. I've been on a tangent on this, but in conclusion, I'm not as supportive of age verification. I think it's really bad. It's not secure. It's not a it's not a solution to deal with this. Parents should be parenting instead of government parenting, and now it's about control of everybody online. and that's how I feel right now is dead Nami right now. Just my head's planted on the ground. I can't stand it. I have to quit now. So I'll see you later.